Welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, the show where we dive deep into the world of fitness, health, business, relationships, and the art of living a balanced life. I'm Jami.
And I'm Greg, and we're here to give you the benefit of our experiences in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, the corporate world, running a business, personal development, and building healthy relationships.
Whether you're sweating it out in the gym, hustling in your business, or seeking balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place.
So lace up those sneakers, grab that water bottle, and let's get ready to transform our minds, our bodies, and our lives. Hi, welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, where we are going to talk today a little bit about who we are, what we do, and most importantly, why we do it. I have a background in the military, and which we'll talk about in a little bit, but everything starts with a mission. And the FitBody Fusion mission is really kind of the founding principle, foundation that we build everything upon, and it will tell you a little bit about who we are as well. So the FitBody Fusion mission is FitBody Fusion creates belonging and community with a team of compassionate and experienced coaches, empowering its athletes to embrace a balanced, individualized, and sustainable lifestyle. Now, we came up with that because it really represented the who we are. And to get a little bit more about who we are is Jami and Greg. Jami?
So I'll share a little bit of background on myself. My fitness journey started as a teenager, and I was actually bullied in school a lot. And at one point, my mom asked me if I would be interested in going and working out in the gym. And it was such a life changer for me in so many ways. First and foremost, building confidence, helping me to feel strong and believe in myself, and ultimately to stand up for myself. So it really impacted my life in so many amazing ways. And it ended up flowing into me competing into a powerlifting team, which was a lot of fun. And again, getting to see how strong I was and competing in that way. And then I fell in love with bodybuilding as women's bodybuilding came on the scene. And we're talking about the 80s now. And getting to see these women with this beautiful muscle and strength and confidence, and that just really attracted me. So I've been on that fitness journey my entire life. I've taken a lot of stops along the way, and I'm big into education. So undergraduate and MBA, and went back and actually taught graduate school for a little while working in the corporate world, which I feel like gave me a really strong background in organizational management. I was a chief operating officer for my company and executive vice president for Fortune 50 at the time I left the corporate world. So I had some really wonderful opportunities to mentor, build organizations, help to develop talent, and went back to my passion, my original passion, fitness, which was really exciting because I had the opportunity to really explore something that had been, something that I had really, really loved for a long time. And of course, that was one of the things that attracted us to each other in the very beginning when we met each other and got the chance to talk about how passionate we were about our fitness goals. And it was interesting because it was my late 30s and I started thinking about competing again. I had done one show many years ago, and you encouraged me to do it. And of course, at the time I thought, am I too old and this and that, which I love now when competitors or people who want to compete for the first time in their 40s or even 50s come to me and say, oh, am I too old? No, you're not too old. You're never too old to start your fitness journey. So I didn't even turn pro until I was 40, did the Olympia at 41 and 42. So I feel so blessed to have had that experience. And there were a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. I learned a ton. And I had an opportunity to work under some great coaches, work with a lot of other great athletes, learned a lot of insight about the industry, and ultimately ended up becoming a whole career. And now the business that we run together, which is the FitBody Fusion competition team and lifestyle and transformation side of things. We've got so many incredible athletes that we get to touch their lives and see their successes, everywhere from people who just want to look great and feel great to athletes that are competing at the highest level at the Olympia stage. We had 8 Olympians this last year, 10 Olympians total on the team. It's just a real blessing. So the whole idea behind this podcast was an opportunity for us, and speaking for me, to share some of this knowledge, some of the things I've learned along the way, maybe help some people not step into some of the potholes that we stepped into. And so I'm really excited to share a lot of those things along the way, and tell a little bit about yourself.
Well, I will. And I want to just go back to a couple things of context with your background, because I know your background so well, but you did create a business with your father that ultimately resulted in an acquisition by a Fortune 50 company. So you have that background of building a business. When we built FitBody Fusion, you took that, and I don't know that you covered the pursuit of your doctorate in naturopathy, along with your yoga teacher training in India. All of these are experiences that we'll get into a little deeper, but I did want to at least cover a few of those things because they're very interesting. It's what attracted me to you. But as we talk about what we went into with building FitBody Fusion, that community aspect was really important. This is a very individualized sport where you are on stage alone. Well, until other competitors come out and you're compared with them, but it's a very individualized sport. We knew that there was an opportunity to create some community around that, and really just recognizing that great accomplishments are made by great teams. And so that was always the vision of this. And as I talk a little bit about my background, which health and fitness were always something that were important to me. I played a bunch of sports in high school, ranging from football, basketball, baseball, tennis, swimming, did a lot of them. But the gym was always where I found my home, the gym and martial arts. So I pursued both of those at the same time. And what I found as you get older is that you got to kind of pick a hobby or two, but picking 3 or 4 hobbies is just not sustainable. So the gym really became my refuge. And as I went through college, and I went through college on an ROTC scholarship, which ultimately I got my commission in the Army and served for 25 years there. I also took a little bit of delay after college and went to law school. And it was in that first year of law school that I competed in my first bodybuilding show. And like a lot of people, I was listening to the people around me who said, hey, you know what? You really should compete. You really should compete. Well, one of my friends at the time was a sports psychologist, and Terry convinced me to do this contest because she wanted somebody to do mixed pairs with her. And for those of you who don't know, back in the day, there used to be a mixed pairs division in bodybuilding, and it was a male and a female on stage posing together. And I found great art and great beauty in that, and it was really one of the most incredible experiences of my life. So after competing both in individual and men's bodybuilding, and then the mixed pairs, I went on and started serving my time in the military. Oh, it sounds like a prison sentence. It probably was not. And then I also went on to be a lawyer, a trial lawyer, and serving within a corporation, which I did that for 31 years as well. But always fitness was part of my domain, part of my passion, part of what I loved. So whether it was, and I always say this, when I was traveling, one of the things I enjoyed was finding a gym wherever I was going to be, and just exploring those opportunities. But that fitness lifestyle was a daily practice, a daily thing. Then we met in 2005, and we decided that, as we were, I remember that plane ride, and we talked about, hey, what's our passion? We both said, hey, a gym. Well, it turned out that passion was not the ultimate expression. It then became FitBody Fusion, which we started in 2011. And so when we get to the why, and I think really as we talk in these episodes, why is going to be a recurring theme. Why do we do what we do? Part of it is passion, but I will tell you that, and I'm going to speak for me, but I do think that you might echo or parallel some of this. It's about people. It's about people.
100%. Absolutely. And I love that you brought up the community piece. And one of the reasons I did bring up that bullying growing up is that I really always wanted to have that sense of community, that sense of belonging, the friendships, the relationships that developed along the way. And I have to say, being part of the bodybuilding community has given me that. And I talk often about how, all the trophies and things like that don't hold a candle to the benefit of the relationships that I've been able to build along the way. And so for us to be able to facilitate a community where people can really feel that sense of belonging, that sense of support that we don't always get from, friends or family. A lot of times when people embark on a fitness journey, they get pushback from other people around them. So when you've got this community around you just cheering you on and believing in you and making you feel supported every step of the way, there's nothing like that. So I know that's a lot of what we want to explore, in addition to talking about the technical kinds of aspects around nutrition and training and bodybuilding and all of these things, talking about the relationship piece of it and how do you build that community around you? How do you build that support that, all of us crave and need to really feel satisfied from everything we do? And, how do you develop that in your relationship like you and I have developed that in our relationship together?
So as we talk about our shows and the why, I hope that's very clear to everybody that this is about creating that community, creating that connection, giving you a sense of belonging. And certainly we'll get a little bit more into our backgrounds as we go through our episodes, and you'll see little pieces come out. We don't want to give you everything today because then there'll be no surprise and nothing to look forward to. So we're going to tease you a little bit with that, but I will just tell you that our journey to get where we are was not a straight path. It was left, right, backwards, forwards, a lot of failure along the way. And in the end, if you need to know our why is you. We are here for you. We are here to help you. It is about your journey and how you become the next best expression of the very best version of yourself. So we are very thrilled to be bringing you FitBody Lifestyle.
Thank you for tuning in to FitBody Lifestyle. We hope today's episode has left you feeling motivated and equipped to tackle your fitness goals, business challenges, and the daily dance of life. Remember to value progress over perfection. Life's tough enough alone. Find the chosen family around you to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite streaming platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FitBodyFusion.